The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
This here is a podcast. It's on the internet. I hope you know that much by now. If you're listening to this against your will and all of a sudden the podcast is on, well, I guess this is going to be a pretty pleasant experience as far as things.
All things considered, yeah.
Yeah, much better than like going into the mall and hearing Nickelback. Because this podcast has comedy in it. It has internet reviews. People love those.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like internet review stock is rising these days. We're on the up and up.
Yeah, pretty heavily invested myself.
I've put in several. I got several Three Wolf Moon shirts in liquidation right now, ready for when them stocks jump. Yeah, I said everything. It's a show about comedy and internet reviews, whatever we want to talk about. And, man, let's get started. I don't know. What you feeling this week, man?
Kick it off.
Kick it off? Sure. I'll kick it off with this one. No. I'll kick it off with this one. Energy drinks. I feel like not a month goes by where I don't like bring an energy drink review just because the reviewer is guaranteed to be high octane, I guess. But I got myself a review it's from the different side of energy, from the other side of caffeine today. From Amazon, the Crystal Light Energizing Variety Pack 44 count on-the-go packets. These are little, little shaven pencil-sized sugar pack mixes you put in your water bottle.
Yes.
Yes, this one is with caffeine. These are with caffeine. I think they're about 30, 40 in a package, something like that. Size of about an espresso shot. Let's hear what Pegster has to say. So delicious, they title it. These drink packets were delicious. Hubby loved grape, and my favorite was peach mango. The fruit punch and tangerine were really good too. I don't like strong drinks, so being able to pour a little into my water bottle was convenient. I keep some in my bag so that I'm not stuck with boring drinks when I'm out and about.
God.
The caffeine wasn't super noticeable for myself as I drink a lot of coffee, but might be a nice afternoon boost for someone who doesn't. This would make a nice flavoring for alcohol drinks as well, especially peach mango 5 stars.
What? Caffeinated alcohol drinks? That's what we're shilling now?
I don't know if my bartender gets out the little flavor packet from across the bar for the drink. I just am not. I don't know if I'm on board at that point.
Suddenly, yeah, the whole vibe has shifted. He gives a little tap to get all the powder to
do the shaky shake out to one side, and then you flip and do the shaky shake to the other side.
Your hands seemed like they were tools at a craft prior to everything. I saw you zest a lime. I saw you twist a lemon. I saw you muddle mint, for Pete's sake, with blueberries. And now you give the little flavor crystal tap. Man, I could do that.
When I'm drinking, I just don't care about my health, if that makes sense. Like, there are times where I go to a restaurant and I don't order the whole shebang because I don't want a heart attack. I don't. I don't order the ribs and the lobster and the steak because that's just that will hurt. But when I'm drinking, it's whatever. I can't be asked to worry about the calorie count. There's much more important things I should be worrying about, like not puking and having fun. I think if I've already made that choice as sort of a social drinker at most, I'm not looking to shave some calories that like Crystal Light drinkers normally would be. There's no better ways to achieve peach mango than the fucking Crystal Light.
It's better ways to get flavor.
Yeah.
There's a bar near me. They have a cocktail called the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, which includes Tang powder.
Oh, see,
Like-
now that I kind of mess with.
Right? It's not only flavor, but that nostalgic little pull. You're like, I'm going to be a little extra naughty now.
And Tang is a unique flavor you can only achieve through Tang.
Yeah.
Peach Mango Crystal Light is just trying to be like a breath of a flavor, just on the back of the water.
Yeah, the first thing that really stuck out to me was I like to be able to control how strong my beverages are. I like strong, but with alcohol, maybe it's good.
Right. I don't want to listen. I don't put the whole packet in my water. That's too flavorful for me. But I do be pouring a half a fucking thumb of vodka in after everyone.
You know, sometimes I'm just out and I am terrified of boring beverages.
That really is what hit me first. Like a boring beverage. I'm not drinking water for excitement, ma'am.
No.
Drink because it makes me feel good.
I'm thirsty. You know, I needed to continue functioning regularly as a human being.
Yeah, I've gotten so water reliant, man. Like if I don't go a couple hours without a sippy, my mouth is just the Sahara Desert. Yeah, it just tastes bad. I feel like my breath smells. I feel like I'm dying. Like it's I need it.
Even just the prospect of not having water. Like, I don't need to drink first thing in the morning. I'm not one of those get up and drink my 8 ounces. Mm-hmm. But if I get to the office and look, ooh, I didn't grab a water bottle, or the one I have is getting kind of, maybe I should have washed this. I'm like, uh-oh. Suddenly, it's just like my mouth goes in anticipation of not having my sippies.
The slow zoom of the God's camera onto your face as you realize you may die today.
I'm going to be parched. I'm going to be making trips to the drinking fountain and just camel it up.
Oh, the lowly trips to a post-COVID drinking fountain trip is such a shameful walk, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not great.
Those are relics of a different time.
Look at me.
You're looking at the fancy water bottle filler that's replaced the drinking fountain station with lust, man.
Mm-hmm.
Might just put my head underneath it and pull a Bill and Ted. You ever get the kid in the drinking fountain line at school? Sorry to change subject, but this is pretty funny. Who put their mouth on the mouthguard part of the drinking fountain?
I knew people who got really close.
I had this kid who fucking made mouth love to the drinking fountain whenever he used it. I don't know. I'm sure everyone has pictured the drinking fountain mouthpiece. It has that little plastic overhang.
Yeah, it wraps so perfectly to fit in your mouth.
He tucked that shit in his lips and then drink. I was always a bit of a germaphobe. I wasn't educated in my germophobia at that point. I just had a general sense that dirty things were bad. And that set off fucking alarm. Being behind that kid, he would literally suck and slurp with the thing in his mouth. It was crazy.
I wouldn't, because those things can get crusty just on their own sometimes.
That's the thing. The ones that always look like someone just hawked a loogie on it 5 minutes ago.
Oof.
Man. I think that's all that hit me about the review. Yeah, just that, you need Crystal Light to spark up your hydration. I like Crystal Light. I keep caffeinated Crystal Light around the house for a little boost when I need it. A little feed the addiction, I understand, but you're a coffee drinker, you gotta drink a bottle of water before and after the coffee, man, or else you're just killing yourself. You got a review?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth on what to do. This feels a little short, this feels a little long. But then I was reminded the name of this restaurant that I have a review for. So there can be no other. Really care about figuring out where it is. I don't. It's just a Google review for Mr. Miyagi Japanese Grill.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah. This is a review from Craig Brewer. Craig writes, "The last time I ordered a combo tray, I was so disappointed. I know I used to order from Sammy, the old manager that worked there, always hooked me up. I got to know many of the staff because I ordered this exact tray over and over and over again for a group of us. That being said, the last time I ordered a $55 combo fried rice party platter, it was almost all rice. So disappointed. A few shrimp on top, hardly any other meat. Come on. I want the beef, the chicken, the egg, the carrots, the peas, and something more besides rice. This went from one of my favorite spots to now I don't know if I will return because I just paid $55 for fried rice. The 6 of us were so disappointed we had to go to the store to get chicken, egg, and pineapple to add something more to the rice. What has been going on with this place? This place went from our go-to to maybe no more. Why is this place going downhill? I would love to hear from the owner. No response from the owner. And as they say, there's no owner response. 1 star.
Dude's so upset he turned into a Mulan character. Beef, chicken, pork.
Yeah, listen out everything you could possibly ever indulge in.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're truly a regular and a fan of this restaurant, you don't give them a pass for an off day for a miss?
Yeah, one oops.
One oops, and you give them the 1 star, and you've been ordering that platter for years. Man, that's kind of crazy to me.
Newest review. How old is the newest review? A month ago? Oh, never mind. The latest review. I went to the exact page because I was hoping to look at their menu. It says this restaurant is permanently closed.
Oh no.
Miyagi.
And Miyagi's got under management, went downhill. That is disappointing, but brother, look at who the executioner. Look who's holding the axe, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Those 1-star reviews. It's you really gotta be careful leaving bad reviews for small businesses. It's people's lives, man.
It is their lives, their livelihoods. Come on. How could you ever? Their website is still up. Maybe it's because there's multiple locations. I can't be sure. But with logo work like this, how could this place be bad?
Hey, that's pretty good. It's giving McDonald's a little bit, but other than that, yeah, I like it. It's the beef, the chicken, the pork missing, man. I mean,
yeah, that'd be pretty rough. If I'm paying $55, I'm looking at online now, party trays. The combo is the most expensive tray, and if you're not getting all those things, I'd be pretty upset too.
On the other hand, rice is really good. Fried or unfried. That's
True.
Just, like, good. If you went to, you got lobster, I was going to say Lobster Garden. I guess both are applicable metaphors. You went to Red Lobster. You ordered catered like a 5-person platter. And it was all Cheddar Bay biscuits. Wouldn't you kind of fuck with that?
Yeah. Or yeah, the Olive Garden breadsticks. You're like, I'm not exactly 100% mad.
Oops, all minestrone. It's fine with me, really. I wouldn't be going to the store to buy extra meatballs to put in the minestrone either.
If they're like, what are we going to do about this, huh? I happen to know there is a place where we can find our own pork and pineapple. Let's go, fellas. Saddle up.
This is further proof of insanity. I've never ordered a takeout that was unsatisfactory and thought, I'm going to doctor this up. I'm going to buy some shit to fix it.
No, maybe you got your own special sauce in the pantry.
Sure, definitely.
Their mustard is a little too spicy. I got just right mustard for me.
Right. Condiments are kosher. That in this situation for sure.
But yeah, run into the Aldi to get yourself some chives to dice up and throw on top of there.
Nah, man.
Insane.
That's crazy. Because you would just get it like a pizza. I feel like the default is like you just want to get a pizza. Not you want to spend more money and do labor to try and fix this food. Crazy town. I got a review.
Do ya?
I do. It's from Amazon. Mind Bodhi toe separators, correcting bunions and restoring toes to their original shape for men and women. Toe spacers bunion corrector. They're just little blue rubber. They look just like
toe
the
spacers.
Things. Yeah, they look like the things when you get a little manicure they put on so you don't get messy toes.
Mm-hmm.
It's relevant to the review. I do have not this exact listing of the product, but Amazon has like 10 different brand listings for the exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah, I have little blue toe spacers that look just like this. But we're gonna hear from ER Doc first. Better for small toes, they say. The silicone is soft and comfortable. The concept is great, but the first and last loops that go around the big toe and the little toe are too tight to be comfortable. In fact, all the holes are slightly too tight. Wearing these for a few hours, some of my toes became swollen and the loops left dents in the swelling, like a too tight wedding ring does to fingers. Also, with the swelling and constriction, toes can get numb, so unless you're checking your toes frequently, there can be a serious circulation problem. They were comfortable at first, and the idea of training the toes into the correct position is excellent. 3 stars.
Ooh. Ooh. Maybe you just need a different. Maybe don't. If your feet are too big, Mama Jammin', don't do this.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because you know me. You know the type of build I carry. I don't have the biggest toe size, but we can assume a man of my stature has some stout feet. I got some Hobbit-esque paddles down there, right? My big toes could make a woman of light composure gasp. I am not even close to cutting off circulation. Not even close, man. I don't want to make fun of someone with freakishly huge feet, but my God.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rubber stretches. The thick band turns into a thin band. But I'm not like my toes ain't purple when they're done, to say the least. And I slept with these on.
I don't want to have to monitor my toes to make sure circulation hasn't been cut off. I don't have to check in.
Looking down, you just see a bunch of grapes, man.
Huh. I don't remember that down there.
The pulsating.
Ugh.
Maybe if you want to tie off your toes for some sort of drug intake, I don't know. But no, I think ER Doctor has just got some freak feet. I'm sorry, sir. This ain't the product. What, you think you could modify these? You could snip them and maybe make a longer tether?
I guess so. But I'm sure it's like $10, $15 on Amazon.
Yeah, let me check exactly. For
you gotta be able to find something.
For the pair here, it's $10.
Your answer's out there. Just keep looking. You be a Bigfoot.
I've been thinking about getting these because I always lose them. They're getting these exact ones, but they come in like a 8-pack. Yeah, here's 6 of them for $10 as well. Looks exactly the same. Let me show you them on some. I don't want to say a normal person's feet, but a normal person's foot. Look at this, and this is how they look on my feet.
Okay. Hey. Yeah, I can see where maybe there would be some constriction with that overall loopy band.
Uh-huh.
I guess I'm more familiar with the ones where it's just like just little spacers.
Oh, you just kind of shove them in
bottom.
there. Yeah, the manicure ones. I like because a lot of people wear these in their shoes all day, like at work. So I think that extra friction comes in clutch in those sort of situations. I've worn them around the house. You do feel, I don't know, it is very like little kid, like put big shoes on. Now I'm a giant monster type feeling. But it feels good, man. Taking these bad boys off, that good stretch. You know what I mean?
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to From the Pages of Peterman.
Hey, Peterman. This one might be my favorite. I don't know. That's saying a lot.
Yeah, there are so many with so many flavors. It's nice to taste them all.
Yeah, there's always meat on the bone. You know, you never have to go to the store and get beef, chicken, pork.
Pineapple?
Yeah, what's with the fucking pineapple weirdo? Anyway, Peterman.
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting ahead of myself. Those of you who don't know, J. Peterman, if you're a fan of Seinfeld, that's the company that Elaine worked for, and she wrote all sorts of interesting product descriptions, which we are kind of likening to reviews, but in a preview sort of sense. It's artistic. It's evocative.
They give like, this is it's the 1920s, and some very well-written, well-spoken person wrote a review of this garment.
Yeah. So it's a real company, yes. You can get a catalog sent to you, or you just go to their website. Their website, it appears, the user interface has been updated, and it feels both newer and older at the same time.
Yeah, that's how it always feels. You know, this update is one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I do now see in the upper right corner they've got a Seinfeld collection button.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're trying to capitalize.
Gore-Tex?
It just says coming soon.
Better be Gore-Tex in there.
I
need to read the review about the Gore-Tex jacket.
Where would I like to start? I'm going to start with this Irish pub shirt. It's a button-up shirt, collarless, like the Irish wear. It's $148.
Wow, for one of those like underwear, those like long underwear shirts.
Kinda. It's a button-up, so not totally underwear, but it doesn't look like American wear, formal wear.
Sure.
In any case, another part of the new user interface, you've got little product story and product details buttons. It's all collapsed, but you can expand. So I'm going to read the product story. It's good to know that they refer to them as stories. Irish pub shirt. It's Friday night at the Hog and Fool, a 200-year-old pub off O'Connell Street in Dublin. World headquarters for conversation. Dark mahogany walls, lean-faced men, ruddy-faced women. The bursts of laughter aren't polite, but real, approaching the edge of uncontrollability. The stories being told are new, freshly minted, just for you, my dear. there is no higher honor. The room roar is high, but still not as bad as in certain New York restaurants where you can't make out what it is you just said. These Irishmen, in colorless Irish shirts, under dark herringbone vests and tweed caps, have managed to keep their mouths shut all week, saving up the good stuff for now, for Friday night, for this very place, for this very moment. How could one single city possibly give birth to Yeats, Shaw, Joyce, Wilde, Beckett? And all those here tonight as well. Irish pub shirt.
Those boys in that pub ain't on the level of those authors listed.
Yeah, no shot.
And the atmosphere described it's almost Evil Dead 2 cabin-esque. The insane laughter.
It's uncontrollable.
Just on the edge of uncontrollability. The freaking deer head's coming to life and laughing along, man.
That would probably be fun, but not an every night type of thing. I guess for Friday night, that might do.
Friday! I don't think I'd buy that one. Just based on description.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. As long as we're talking about literature, this one is like super leading into the literature. This is the ruffle neck blouse. It's a lady's blouse with like a really puffy, ruffly neck. Product story. Monsieur Poirot approves. Quote, Mademoiselle, you couldn't have been there in the time period in question, because the woman who wears the blouse you wore that evening and is still wearing it right now proves you adore the perennial flower, shrub, or vine of the genus Rosa, within, I might add, the family Rosaceae, and could never have trampled over the dormant blooms in the rose garden on the way to the tool shed where the grisly crime was committed. But, Monsieur Poirot, what if I had thrown you off the scent by intentionally calling attention to my love for roses? Ah, but you didn't. Impeccable logic.
But, Mr. Poirot, what if I threw you off my scent with my fat, stinky farts? Oh, but ma'am, that would only draw me closer to you.
You were drawing me in the whole time.
The folds in the neck, they capture the fat stank perfectly.
Yeah, it's like this person, they didn't even want to try. Hey, Roger, you got to write a story for that old ruffle neck blouse. Any day now. He's like on his lunch break reading Murder on the Orient Express. Ugh, what am I going to do here?
Yeah, that's the thing. As much personality as they all have, some of the stories are sauceless. Some of the stories have no emotional core to them at all. And almost to the point where, like, that's a feature. Like, that's how you should operate. You should operate in judgments and witticisms.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And really pirate shirts.
Yeah, it looks garish. Kind of horrid.
Who is, like, when are you wearing a frilly shirt? A cocktail party, I guess?
I guess.
I don't know, man. I'm wearing Three Wolf Moon.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We're gonna go back Irish. I've got an Irish tweed vest here for $198.
You had me before you said the price.
Yeah, that's rough. Product story. Posterity. Fame isn't gradual. One moment you're comfortably obscure. The next, you can't buy a cantaloupe without navigating through a thicket of fans and well-wishers. Without consulting you, people will choose a photograph. It will appear in all the documentaries, all the newspaper articles, all the books written by or about you. It will become more you than you. Forever. Churchill understood. He decided what he wanted that image to portray 10 years before that famous, spontaneous photo was snapped. What image would you want to leave for posterity?
Not in a tweed jacket, man. I think tweed vests are cool and everything, but I don't want the world to remember me in one, sir. It's just not my vibe. Maybe if I gussied myself up, you know, the ponytail, the trim beard, put a little plumber's hat on, get a corncob pipe, I could do the whole look. Mm-hmm. But then it wouldn't be me, would it? Would it, Peterman?
I wouldn't.
That'd be a different man in that tweed jacket.
You want to be Winston Churchill?
No.
I don't think I do either.
I'm Winston Churchill.
He can be him. I'll be me.
Yeah. If I put it on that tweed jacket, I wouldn't be Brent. I'd be Bartleby or something. Be doing some scrivening.
This one mentions writing, so I'll get back to that. We're bouncing back and forth all over the place. This is the Elegant Ethos Ruched Dress. That's a nice red lady dress. Product story, an elegant ethos. In the West, sensuality tends to shout. In the East, it's a whisper, merely suggesting skin beneath layers of silk and satin. Who says we can't have our rava cake and eat it too? This elegant bohemian ruched dress bridges worlds, merging subtle sensuality with unapologetic confidence. The plunging neckline, a distinctly Western statement, combines with the intricate shirring at the shoulders and the soft, gathered waist, a distinctly Eastern statement. The result? Bohemian comfort with a provocative edge. At home in a secret courtyard in Udaipur, a rooftop party in Dumbo, or a bougainvillea-draped terrace in Positano, this dress isn't just about what it shows. It's about how you feel. Daring, elegant, pretty. Restraint and revelation can be statement-making. Vatsyayana wrote books on such things. I don't know who Vatsyayana is.
Me neither. I'm sure their books suck. Okay, barely suggesting...
That's the Kama Sutra.
Oh. You be fucking in this dress?
Vatsyayana was an ancient Indian philosopher. Okay, now we know.
Oh, jeez. Now you know. Well, I'm sure he said some cool stuff, but barely suggesting skin under satin and silk. Is she a meat person? Does she have a hard exterior exoskeleton like a bug instead of skin? What's it suggesting, man? I ain't seen no clothes that made me assume, oh, she ain't got no skin under.
Yeah, you hope in most cases skin is a given.
Yeah. Don't send me the thumbnails of the little kid who didn't have eyelids and finally they surgically gave him eyelids and he could sleep with his eyes closed for the first time. I know about the outlier cases. We're speaking in generalities where comedy lives. So thank you. Oh, and also you think to in like the training documents for being a Peterman writer, they give you like a list of fancy places rich people like to talk about.
They must, yeah.
Because if those cities are assholes, I'm genuinely impressed.
Here's an atlas. Consult it every now and then. Just flip it open to a random page.
Yeah, I mean they sound cultured. I guess that's all that matters. You got one more for us?
I got one more indeed. This is the vintage tea-length nightgown. Which, yeah, looks like something an old stuffy Victorian woman would wear to sleep.
I prefer the flannel nightgown myself.
Oh, yeah. Product story, quote, "Would you be shocked if I changed into something more comfortable?" End quote. Said he'd be back in a minute, which gives you enough time to change into something that will set the mood. Fire is blazing in more ways than one. More décolletage or less? Can be arranged. What if it accidentally opens here? Or tied like this? You'll give him 5 more minutes and then text him. How long does it take to find a bottle of Louis Roederer Cristal Brut 2002 and a crudité platter with a dip made from fat-free mixture of yogurt and cottage cheese. Parenthetical, makes a lovely gift for someone you know, or hope to know better.
I don't like the fat-free in that story. You should be communicating decadence to me, not a lifestyle where I have to care about the fat content of my yogurt.
Yeah, it's a crudité platter. You're not like dunking chicken wings into ranch.
And plus, like, yeah, when I go to the store, I get fat-free yogurt and light sour cream. I pick those options. But if I was serving a lover, I would not take a moment to say, "Don't worry, the yogurt's fat-free." I know you're worried about that fat ass, girl. So I got you the fat-free yogurt. Sounds like a nice dress, though.
Yeah,
this one actually got me interested in the product the most. I will say
it told like an alluring little story. Like, think of the possibilities.
The possibilities. Now there's a restaurant name for you. Well, thanks, Peterman.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, there's some meat on those bones as always. There's always I shouldn't even say meat on them. I always gotta, there always be a point with a bone to pick in any of those reviews, even the good ones. Okay, I have a review, man. As is tradition, you keep the fun, nerdy ones to last. This one isn't even that nerdy. Maybe in this day and age, is with this sort of cult classic status. From Amazon, the Street Fighter movie. From when exactly was this year? 1990 something, 91 or maybe even 89.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme,
Yes.
Raul Julia. Yeah, one of the worst movies of all time. Let's take it from Thanos. They write, so bad it's good. This movie is a guilty pleasure. I think some people can't see it for what it is and enjoy the campiness of it. In a lot of ways, movies aren't made like this anymore, and that's sad. I'm with them so far. I'd rather watch a movie that misses the mark and that's fun and full of camp than a modern Hollywood one that would change all the characters for diversity's sake.
Oh, boy.
At least they tried to make the characters look like they do from the game. That's good enough for me. 5 stars.
Well, then. Like, that's a sentence that could have stopped a lot earlier. And you still would have had a lot of people on your side.
The first, I think, 2 or 3 sentences, lovely review. It's hard to disagree with. But then, they had to shoehorn in their bullshit. Their bullshit that keeps them up at night. And what gets me, man, how much you know about the arcade Street Fighter 2 that this is based on?
A little, some.
Really? Yeah, as much as any average 90s gamer boy. Yeah. But after you beat a character in Street Fighter 2, do you know what screen it goes to? After the victory screen, obviously. It goes to a world map, in which you get in a plane and fly around the world to fight its diverse cast of characters from around the world.
No. That doesn't sound right.
Just because it's got 2 Japanese guys, man. And plus, Ryu's fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme in this, man. Oh, why did I not put that together? Man, why'd they have to race change Ryu, man? This is woke.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't even know if I can find any common ground.
Yeah, Ryu's a Japanese man, and he's looking at me. He's
looking at you through the face of a Frenchman. He might be Belgian, yeah, something like that.
What do you even call Belgian people? Belgish? Or are they Welsh?
Belgian.
Belgians? No, Welsh people are from Wales. Belgians. How did I not know that? We got this Belgian fella doing Hadoukens, man. He can't even pronounce it. Raul Julia? Bro, this movie is all about diversity picks. They don't have Blanca in it. He's from Brazil.
I have a hard time finding somebody that looks like Blanca.
Yeah, I mean this movie in my mind is always in tandem with the Mario movie that came out at around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Both just like, I don't know. It's hard to say because I think I was gonna say both of them just didn't get the source material, but I think the Mario movie understood it and just tried their best to make that cartoon world into a Hollywood world, and everything got lost in translation.
Yeah. I think they tried to stretch it over. I don't know. They just tried to stretch
the Goombas.
it too much.
I'm just thinking of the Goombas. The Goomba went from a small mushroom with a funny face to like a giant green man in a suit with a harmonica. You don't remember the Goombas? Let me send you a picture of the fucking Goombas.
I remember because
okay.
it was Toad who got turned into a Goomba.
Mm.
What was his? He had a cool little hat.
Oh yeah, wasn't? And then wasn't the princess turned out to be the Mushroom Kingdom was like a living thing. That movie's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys look great.
Like
if that were any other movie, that's incredible character design.
Right. But it's just missed the mark so much. But it's Street Fighter. I don't know. Maybe they kind of got. There's guys fighting in the street from different countries and continents. But juxtapose, I just can't look at this. Even with Raul Julia's performance, I can't look at this back on this fondly because the Mortal Kombat movie kicks its ass.
That is true.
Which we talked about recently on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some hot fire. I don't know. Maybe I should rewatch this with fresh eyes. I haven't seen it since I was a wee lad. This is the Extreme Edition.
What extreme?
Frequently bought together Street Fighter movie, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
I know nothing about this Double Dragon. It's Robert Patrick, Mark Dacascos, and Scott Wolf. I don't know if I know this.
Those are names.
Those are some names men have.
Robert Patrick is the T2, I think, actually. So he might add some credibility to the project.
I'm looking at this. Probably we're talking about if these adaptions got the source material. Look at the various goons represented on this video. That looks like the goddamn Double Dragon cast.
Oh, that guy. Okay. That guy looks like a guy I know as well.
Doesn't the one in the blue look like he's like a off-brand who's that guy in the Godzilla movie?
Man. Matthew Broderick?
It looks like an off-brand Matthew Broderick right there.
It looks like a guy who's in that BMX movie that... Okay, but it's not. It's not.
The guy in the red looks like the Iron Chef guy. He looks like he's about to tell me what funny ingredient we're going to use this week. Okay.
I got a short review. This is sent to us from Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. This is a Google review from a place called Jazzy Cakez. And it comes to us from Kyle Sturgeon. I don't know if it's, I guess, fiance. Which one is the guy? Which one's the girl? Because he has the accent on the E.
A fiance is the girl. I'm
gonna trust that this is Kyle writing this review. Kyle writes, "Owner is now Cake Mommy. She was incredibly personable and made an awesome specific themed birthday cake for my fiance, who cried at it. It was delicious and moist. All hail Cake Mommy. 5 stars."
It didn't make her cry. She cried at it.
Good distinction. Yeah, I don't know. Stephanie posed the question, what sort of design would make one cry? What cake makes you cry or cry at it?
Right. I mean, especially lately, I get very emotional when people do something nice for me, like a random present or just being thought of. I get it. But maybe I'm just not a cake guy. Maybe dessert's not my favorite. But even if someone like cooked me a steak as a surprise, I don't know if I'd cry.
Yeah.
Especially on my birthday, you're supposed to be nice to me.
Like, what? Is it a picture of your recently deceased grandfather?
Just put some horrible traumatic things on the cake.
Oh, God. Yeah, your
That's
dead
a good
dog.
saw trap. To find the key, you must eat through this cake, depicting traumatic experiences from your life. Have fun.
That would probably be, like, in a way, it could potentially do some healing, I think.
Yeah, I see the exposure therapy of that.
Like, there's the you eat, you cope, you might eat, but what if what you're eating is what's causing you the problem itself? Or the image of that, past trauma.
What if you make a voodoo doll cake of someone you don't like? Eat their ass, bro.
Yeah, one bite at a time. You're mine.
I don't know why, but it's summoning scenes. Have you seen Seven with Brad Pitt?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, the scene where he's force feeding that fat guy until he dies at gunpoint. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe
the boyfriend had a gun to the back of her head. That would make me cry, probably.
I don't want to. I'm allergic.
Yeah, the cake was fucking full of peanuts, man.
It's got cinnamon.
Oh, she took one bite and she started sobbing and wheezing uncontrollably. It was beautiful.
Oh, hell, cake mommy.
Cake mommy. That also makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that's something you don't Google, bro.
Touch on that just a bit.
The cake's gonna reach out and touch you.
Other reviews from Kyle. It doesn't look like he's got a 1 star for a Rite Aid. Medications are never ready when they say they will be. That's not too weird. Not too weird.
What type of crying was it? If it was a single tear shed, I don't think it was the cake, man. Maybe it was just the magical moment, right? And the cake was a part of that. Maybe but you got to give yourself some credit.
The family, the friends, everything that you did to make that perfect moment.
Right. Wow, this person did. Yeah, everyone's being so nice to me. They did such a nice thing. This cake is beautiful, but. Yeah, the knowing the picture on the cake would clear
it would
everything
help.
up,
Is it Inuyasha? Is it Inuyasha and Kagome?
Yeah, I'm trying. What would be the most stoked that I would be that someone put on a cake? A Digimon cake or something? Just because it would be nostalgic? I don't know.
Is it? Okay, this would make me cry. That I see it far too often on Instagram. Just that one frame from Gold, Silver, Pokemon era, Gen 2, when you get to Mount Silver and you see Red standing there.
And the ellipses.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now. Yeah, if that's on a cake, that might make me cry at it.
Thinking about that moment in games makes me think, like, we lost so much with the internet era. Because I was a Pokemon Giga fan. I would my whole life after school was playing Pokemon until I beat it, going and catching Mewtwo, turning off my game and starting a new one. I must have beat Pokemon Blue 40, 50 times in my life, at least. I feel like that's conservative. So to do that, beat the game with, all the different making a point to, like, have different Pokemon on your team every time, and then to get to that mountain and then be like, oh, why is the final boss a generic trainer sprite? And then I walked up and you hit enter and you see that ellipses, man.
Oof.
it all aligns in your head, and then you see the cool, like, badass sprite of Red from the first games. You view from the first games, and he's got all the event Pokemon, and they're all way higher level than anything else, man.
And there's Pikachu.
They truly don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just to go back through the Kanto region, you're like, oh my god, I know this place. But then,
you know it, and all the gym leaders that have souped up version of their Pokemon. What a fucking... Crystal is the best RPG of all time, and they haven't fucking made one as good since. They got close with Black and White 2. All right? I ain't some Gen 1er. But it's been downhill heavily since then, and I'll mark my words. Okay. Some nice nerd grandstanding to finish the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I know I did.
I did.
And yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for making it to the end. We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. We'd love if you could send in some funny reviews for us to laugh at like Stephanie did. Thank you, Steph.
Thank you.
So please send an email with a hyperlink or a screenshot of the review, whatever you got to do, to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name. We'd love to throw you credit for it.
If you want to reach out to us in some other way, shape, or form, get online. Come on. Everyone's doing it. Instagram and TikTok @reviewparty.com, Twitter /X. Although, everyone's leaving that now because that guy is getting even worse.
That I believe today, as of recording, your text and images contributing to generative. In the TOS it says generative AI and any kind of AI. Anything you post is now free game. You can't opt out of it anymore.
Wow.
Insane. And I also know that over the course of last week, Twitter's active daily users went from like 60 million to 30 million.
Oh.
And it's still dropping.
Yeah. I just saw The Guardian will no longer post their stories there or anything or use it.
Yeah, that's huge too. Big brands pulling out is like...
Yeah. PBS did so a year ago. NPR, same thing, I think. So, yeah, those... Anyway, @Review Party Pod for the time being.
Yeah, we'll be on Insta. We put far too much work in that bitch.
We got a website, reviewparty.com. Go there, too.
Yes, it's blue.
It's blue.
Follow, share, like, subscribe, whatever that button is on your podcast platform. It would be a great help for us to hit it. I can't explain how much a few people hitting that follow button, it creates a chain reaction of the podcast websites actually thinking we have good stuff, which is huge for us. Leaving a review is even better. We love reviews. Actually, I think I'm due to check some, at least iTunes reviews. I haven't checked in a minute. So maybe you're out there. Maybe you're doing the things I'm telling you to do. Recommend it to a friend if you know someone who likes comedy podcasts. It feels so rare out there in the ether. So if you do know someone who listens to funny ha-has or even true crime, all right, let's get them something in the rotation that won't make their ears so scary. I'm gonna get them a true crime. Maybe she got a true crime cake. Maybe she's one of those weird murder porn enjoyers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all the stuff I gotta say. Nosebleeds. Thanks for letting us use your jam, Bread for Breakfast. You've heard it throughout the episodes. You can find more great tunes from them on Spotify. Nosebleeds, one word. Speaking of which, our friends at Thumbs Up Records on indefinite hiatus, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's not sad to hear. It sounds like, bro, the guy who runs it mostly is just on to bigger and better things and doesn't have time. But Nosebleeds are still out there for listening.
Respect. All the same.
Yes, big, mad respect for all the lovely... I've discovered so many awesome bands through Thumbs Up Records putting out their stuff, so did me a solid. But let's pass this solid right on through. We got from Amazon, Arm & Hammer, Pooper Scooper, Swivel, Bin, and Rake, Dog Pooper Scooper Black, 2 scented waste bags included.
Okay, let's go.
We got a review from Robert Schroeder here. They write, easy and clean. The bag sets it apart. 5 stars.
You can get bags anywhere.
This is a grade A poop bag, man. This is next level poop insertion bag situation. Bro's gonna take out his toilet and install some bags.